Tonight we're going to use the print option with our xTool M2. We're going to hop over to Canva. We're going to click on create, then custom size, and I just picked up the first one that it showed me. It really doesn't matter. Then you're going to click on the elements tab, and then this is where you create whatever you want to make, whether it be a little wreath like I'm doing here. This is not the printed version that I'm going to show you here in a moment, but I really like the vibrant colors to show you. And of course, we had to put a bow. It just wouldn't be the same without a bow. I even went and made an additional page that had little geese or ducks or whatever you want to refer to them. And then once we get to that, we're going to download. You just click on the top right button up there. We're going to have a transparent background. Now, here's what we need to do next. We need to get our fabric ready. I picked up one of these tea towels from Hobby Lobby. Now, they only cost about a couple dollars for these, and I really like them. But here's what you want to do. The first time I printed, I didn't iron out all the creases, and the creases kind of stuck up a little bit, and so we got a little bit of ink where we didn't want to get it. So this is very important. Make sure you do this. And then you're going to get your lint roller, get all the extra lint off. Now, you're going to need to download xTool Studios. All right. So you're going to do that. We're going to download our graphic that we already made and we are going to create. So we're going to hit on the import. We're going to upload the photo that we made. And then we're going to start making our beautiful tea towel. Now, I wanted to click on the center. I wanted it to be centered. And then you're just going to kind of click over to the right and you're going to tell it what we're wanting. So over here, I don't want a laser, but I do want to inkjet print. Then it's important to tell it what kind of fabric we're using. And because it was not in the list of options, I just put on it polyester fabric, white, and we applied that. Now, the next thing that you can do is you can frame it, make sure that everything is set up correctly on your X tool. This took me a few minutes to make sure we had everything lined up correctly. One of the things that I needed to do was kind of change the fabric. You can see there's little round circles, and so I had to fix that, and I'll show you here in a moment how I fixed that. So this will actually have cameras in it. It will take a picture. This is actually the inside of the printer and where my image is going to sit. Now we're going to hit process and we are going to make sure that it prints. If you want some help on setting up your xTool M2, I'm going to leave you an amazing content provider here on YouTube. Her name is Silhouette School with Melissa Viscount, and she has an amazing video, and it's how I set up my printer. So thanks, Melissa. I appreciate the help. So we're going to see it do its magic. Now, does it go this fast? No, it does not. But as you can see at the very top left-hand corner, I kind of just kind of folded my fabric over a little bit, and that seemed to do the work for me as far as not covering those little circles. Now, here's one little tip. I didn't have to really weigh this down. I used the little magnets on it, but you really don't need it. It does such a beautiful job at printing. Now here's the finished product. Isn't that beautiful? I could not believe I did this. And I think I'm going to be doing this a lot for Christmas gifts. Now, I wanted to print something on like a wreath sign. And so we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go back into our Canva. We're going to pick a circle that is a photo insert that you can put a photo in. Then you're going to just kind of build the look. I wanted some gingham as the background, and I even changed the transparency there. And then we're going to look at some little geese, all right? These geese I'm totally obsessed about, and I think they're super cute. So I found this little guy, and of course I had to kind of make sure that we locked the image above so that we could place the little image of the guy holding his little balloon in there. So then what we did was we wanted to have a text. So you're going to hit add a text box, then you're going to put what you wanted to put in it. I looked and I put welcome to the waddle, and then I will click on effects and we will make that a curvature. All right. So you're going to move that around. You're going to make it bigger here. You're going to play with it a little bit. That's pretty much how Canva does. So if you know how to use Canva, down below. Let me know. And so we got it curved, but I thought, you know what? I want this at the bottom. So we're going to flip it and make it go the opposite way, which is just take the toggle and go all the way to the left, and that will give you the look you're looking for. At this point, I'm just kind of fine tuning everything that I want, whether I want the font to be bigger or smaller or curved a little bit more. You're just going to play around with it. You might need to make your images a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, but just take the time and be patient. It's going to be beautiful. Now, I did change the color of the font because I want it to be a little bit more brown, more rustic feeling to match the gingham. And then we found another little cute geese. Now, I do have the Canva Pro for this, but if you want help designing, if you don't want to even do this part, you can go to a site called Atom. It's Attom, or is it Atomm? It's one of those two. I'll find it for you. But that's another site that you can use with xTool, and you can create or purchase things to use for your projects. Then what we're going to do is I wanted to add like a little border of some sort to kind of round it all out. I just felt like it needed just a little bit of something. I found this like wood grain, and then we're just going to size it, and then we're going to download this. Again, you're going to save it as a PNG. You're going to make sure the background is transparent. It'll walk you through it. Now, the next thing it is, we got to print this on our sign. Now, here's the cool thing about this sign. I purchased these round wooden uh, blanks, if you want to call it, from Hobby Lobby. You can get a pack of 3 of them. And this is what is really, really cool. You're going to put it through. This is, I've already stepped you through on how to do this, right? But then when you have the camera in the X tool, it's going to take pictures of the wood inside the actual, xTool machine. And then we're just going to make our image bigger. Now, do I know if this is the correct way? No, but this is Julie's way. Okay. And I just adjusted it and gave it a little bit more, and we're going to print it. And that's how it worked. Now, I'm going to give you a different look here. This is actually what you can see when you want to monitor it. This is actually a screenshot or screen video of my computer that it shows it over the top. I don't even know how they do this. This is just simply amazing. But I can tell you this, I had a lot of fun doing this project. And this was a lot easier than I thought. I'm going to be honest, guys. My husband's been helping me set up everything, but I did this all on my own. And Melissa's video on how to set it up, the printer part, is so spot on, so user friendly. So go watch her video. I'll make sure I leave it here in the description box. But listen, this was so cool to make. And I'm like, I can make my own signs now. I can design my own signs. And as I showed you on Canva, it's not that difficult to make something that you will want for maybe your wreath, or maybe I'm thinking for a baby's room. There's so many possibilities. The next thing I want to try is I want to print on some baby onesies. So I'm going to be giving that a try really soon here. But the options are endless. I have Dollar Tree little square wood cutouts already that I've had forever, that I'm thinking these would make really cute coasters. So we have lots of projects that we can do with this machine. And again, if you want to get the xTool M2, I highly recommend it. I would not recommend this if I did not enjoy this machine, and I do. So now we have it all printed and it is beautiful. So how are we going to do this on a wreath? So last week we made this particular wreath over on my YouTube channel here, and I'm just going to show you how we're going to add this particular frame or this particular picture onto the wreath. Now, I added a couple of popsicle sticks. You guys know I do this from time to time if I didn't feel like the wood is thick enough, and I didn't feel like it was thick enough, so we did that. And I use my little electric stapler here. You guys seem to love that. And we're just going to put our zip ties on it, and then we're going to put it on this wreath. Now, I wanted to do this on the back side of the wreath only because I wanted to be able to see that jute, that kind of macrame look. I didn't really want to cover that up. And what was perfect is that's a Dollar Tree wreath form, by the way. And that is a 10-inch round circle from Hobby Lobby that you can print on your xTool, and it just makes the perfect combo, and you didn't have to spend a lot of money. Now, I did have to add one more little zip tie over here to make it all work, but guys, this turned out so well. I'm so happy with it. I am over the moon with this little like tea towel, and I'm thinking there's so many possibilities, and I just can't wait to do it. I'm thinking canvas bags. We got to get a canvas bag and print on that and make it our own. So, what do you want to see me do next on the X tool? What do you want to see is possible with this? I know that it prints stickers, it does so many different things. I feel like we've only got the tip of the iceberg here, but I loved how it turned out. I hope you will watch this video and watch the other videos that we made and come back and make sure to subscribe to Julie's Wreath Boutique.